like I said last time, the great one comes out.
Yeah.
The Rock shows up. They discuss
and his black heel tank top. I told you that right away.
Yeah.
Right away, as you know, as soon as somebody shows up with the black tank top, bro, you know they're on some heel shit. You know they're on some villain type arc shit.
It's the Lame Guys Podcast.
Super Bowl weekend is this weekend.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
I gotta ask. I just want to know. I like to know what people eat for events. So, what are you planning on eating for the Super Bowl?
Okay, so the original plan for tomorrow or for Super Bowl was brisket. My dad was gonna make a brisket. He said,
Like a barbecue brisket, or
yeah, barbecue brisket. My mom told my dad she's been wanting it, so he was gonna make it. But then we got an invite from our cousins to go to their house and watch it. So I have no idea what dinner.
So are you going over there?
Yeah, we're gonna go over there.
Where
So right after Rockwell. So right
Oh,
after
okay.
work, I'm just gonna go probably to my parents' house, get ready, and then head over there.
Yeah. What time do you get off?
4:30.
Super Bowl usually starts
Like
5:30
5:30.
ish. We are making fried chicken.
Ooh.
Yeah, me and Teresa are making fried chicken.
Yeah, we doing the air fryer. Or
No, we have the fryer. We have that actual fryer. Yeah. You got it for us.
I was just about to
Yeah.
say, didn't we?
I was gonna say you've seen it. I know we haven't made
completely
chicken.
forgot about
Like and my family loves our chicken strips, and
Yeah.
so we're making the chicken strips. And then Teresa's making her mac and cheese that she made for Thanksgiving.
Are they coming over to your house, or are y'all going to your
So
mom's?
usually we go over there just because it's bigger. It'd be more convenient if we did it at our house, but like I said, the space wise, like and everything,
No, yeah,
it's just more convenient.
No,
over
you don't
there.
want everyone on top of each
Yeah,
other.
and
For like us four, whenever we go to your house, I mean, it's
yeah,
fine.
it's fine. But there, like Jaden can roam around. Like we have so many hands to, take care of her and do that. So it's just easier when we do it there. But dude, it's a lot of work.
The chicken.
Like yeah.
I
know. I've been wanting to make it for you guys, but like it's a lot of work.
Yeah, I feel like y'all have though.
Because I remember we first started out. I don't think so though. At the
I
same
really
time.
think y'all have.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, and even if we did, it was at the beginning. Like each time, it's gotten better and better. I feel like.
So I have it down.
Yeah, like we have like a whole system, and me and Teresa both we cut the chicken, we season it, and then whenever we get there and like we start frying, I just bread them. And so, bro, it's like an art. Like my forearms are sore the next day because you have to press the flour on there, and then we do like 2 layers of it, and then
extra crispy.
Yeah, and so then Teresa fries them, and so I'm just constantly like I'll batter like I'll have like 10 ready for her, and then she'll grab the pan, put them in there, and then we take
y'all
them
like
out again.
season everything like that too.
Yeah,
like the batter and everything?
So we season before,
okay,
and then before we bread them, and then in the batter, there's also like we also put like, some
that's what I was
spices
thinking
and
about
stuff.
too. Yeah,
and so it's a good breading, and then we fry it one time, and then the second time we fry them again for like just like 2 more minutes.
Yeah.
Just like warm them up and like fry them just a little bit, bro. They're so good.
That good.
Yeah. So yes, but dude, it takes like with my family, you know how we all eat, and so we have to make like. Last time I think we made like 60 chicken strips.
Really?
And each batch that Teresa puts in, like let's say 10, give or take, but usually it's like 8 because the fryer's not.
Yeah.
It's not huge, and we buy the chicken tenderloins at Costco, and they're really big. So each one of those takes 5 minutes, and so bro, by the time you're done, it's like it's been an hour 20, and then you got to fry them again, we fry them again for 2 minutes, and so like it's a process.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna do it during the day. So we'll probably have already eaten by the time Super Bowl starts. But
sounds so good, bro.
Yeah, I know we need to make them for you guys. It's just,
I have no idea what we're eating.
But it's also one of those things where it's like if we did make them for you guys, like the girls get in the way a lot, and like in the nicest way possible. Like you need hands for the girls, and like it's just hard. So we would have to do it like a weekend where
at
like
least maybe now. Just put like a baby gate up and just have them play in the living room or something.
Well, I know how Jaden is, dude. Jaden, she can play, but like the second she comes to me and I'm like busy and I'm like, baby, I can't, bro. It's game over. Yeah. Then now she's gonna make it a point to sit in my lap and yeah. So it would need to be like a time where like maybe our girls are being watched by somebody and we can make them. But yeah, we need to. Speaking of food. I wanted to tell you that I finally did that 72-hour water fast I was telling you about.
Nice.
I went 72 hours, no food, just water and electrolytes.
How do you feel?
So afterwards, I actually feel really good. Like, I'm not gonna say I feel like a superhero, like some people make it seem like. I lost like 5 pounds, which is I've seen some people say that they lose like 14 pounds and stuff like that. And I don't just think Jesus, I don't know how. But from like a brain, like I don't know about you, but I feel like I struggle with brain fogginess a lot.
Oh, I do that a lot.
Like I wake up a lot in my brain, like I just feel. Sometimes I think it's just congestion, but I don't think so. I think it's just like you're just foggy in the.
Yeah, Emily gets that text from me maybe once or twice a week saying like, I don't know why. I just feel like I'm clouded. And that's how I'm like, I truly feel like I'm clouded.
Yeah.
And
like,
I can't.
Personally, I think that's because we're on like our phones a lot. We're on social media a lot. And I think that plays a part in it. And so I'll say, dude, while I was doing that, I felt that not one bit. And even afterwards, I would say I haven't felt it really. And I didn't feel like it was that hard as far as like hunger goes. Just because I already eat one meal a day anyways.
Yeah, you already prepping for it.
So most of the time I go 24 hours. Like I just eat dinner. So most of the time that's 24 hours in between. So I didn't really feel, it was more so just like I got home one day and Teresa was making her and Jaden like some chicken nuggets and french fries. And I got home and I just smelled it and I thought, like I can't even take a bite. Like I can't. I saw them sitting there and Jaden goes,
she's trying to hand you one.
she's trying, and I can't. And it was more so just the fact of like my mouth just wanted to chew something. But yeah, it was good. And I would say I feel less bloated. I feel like I don't feel as inflamed, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was really good. I thought it was cool.
So so you said water, but like electrolytes, what are you taking for that?
So I get
like some like IVs or something.
No. So liquid IVs are good, but they have a lot of sugar. So I just get sugar-free electrolytes that have 0 calories.
Okay.
That way, it's not breaking your fast. And I put them in my water, and it's a constant. Once you fill your water, fill it up, put electrolytes in there because like our purified water doesn't have electrolytes, so we're constantly peeing it all out. Whereas when you drink water with electrolytes, you pee way less. Your body like absorbs it. And so yeah, it's just way better. You feel super hydrated. And
so did you do the salt with your water as well?
No,
I remember you told me that you did what, Himalayan salt, right?
Yeah,
Himalayan
salt? So pretty much like you could do some pink Himalayan salt and like some potassium maybe, and that's kind of, those are electrolytes as well. It's like some minerals that your body can absorb, but also the electrolytes that I buy are supposed to have everything that you need. Okay. And so you just pour the electrolytes in. And you take them. But bro, I mean, as long as you take your electrolytes with your water, you don't really feel hungry. Now I guess it would be different for somebody who's used to eating 3 meals a day. Yeah. Like you would probably be hungry. Yeah. But for me, I'm used to only eating one already.
Well, I don't eat breakfast, so it's only 2.
Yeah, breakfast and dinner.
No, lunch and dinner.
Oh, okay, lunch and dinner.
Well, I guess barely lunch. Yeah.
So, yeah, dude. I mean, it would. So I think it would be harder because at Costco you're walking a ton.
Yeah.
So I think,
see, like on break, it's like you knew how it was, but you just snacked. Especially upstairs, dude. You just snack.
Well, so now that I've left Costco, I've gotten so much better about not snacking. Like now, I can literally go. Like at our office, we have no food there. Like so,
and that's good.
Yeah, it's good. And so, and then when I work from home, we have no snacks in our pantry. So except for Jaden, so it's just easier for me. But dude, it's been really good. Like brain fog, the days that I woke up in the mornings while I was doing it, so much energy. And nice. I would get a crash like middle of the day, where I definitely need to drink my water and like try to rehydrate. But in the mornings, I would wake up like I haven't woken up that I haven't woken up like that in so long. I feel like I always wake up and my eyes are swollen and like. And then we grab our phones, right? And we're right on our phone, and then that makes it worse. Yeah. But yeah, dude, I woke up, no brain fog, nothing.
Nice.
So I think I'm gonna try to implement it like a few times a year, not a month, but
because I remember I forgot who I was watching. I think it was Dana on Full Send, and he was saying that you can't do it all the time, but you definitely. Yeah, like it's he recommends it a couple times a year.
Yeah, well, and it's just crazy because like, dude, you know how it is. When we eat, like how we like, both of us, like you and me, we like to go out and eat fast food and restaurant food, and
when we're all together.
Yeah, and I just sometimes I feel swollen afterwards, like I feel just bloated, and it's been, like ever since the fast, I haven't eaten very well since the fast. Like Wednesday was the day that I was done with my fast.
You rewarded yourself.
So I've eaten Chick-fil-A since. I've eaten Taco Bell, and I've eaten Five Guys.
Dang, you went to Five Guys again?
Well, we got a gift card for Christmas. So yeah, dude. But like, I still feel fine. Like
That's good.
It's
almost like you restarted your body.
Well, yeah. So like some of the benefits, I haven't science-based. I'm not a scientist, so I don't know if these are legit. These are just some of the benefits that I've seen. But like, it helps boost your metabolism. It helps like your body eventually starts eating all the bad dead cells that are old and starts regenerating new cells. It helps lower your insulin level, so then you're able to lose weight. Like I just feel like it's been good. So I don't feel like a superhero or anything like I see some people say on TikTok, but I feel good. So I wanted to lead into that. I want to do a new segment. We don't have to do it every week. Maybe it could be like a monthly checkup type thing. But you know how Escape Pod does High-Low Buffalo? They do it like a few weeks. And generally
they do it like every other episode.
The consensus, I think, like from what I've gathered, is like they talk about like their high of the week.
Of the week, the low of the week, and then what is Buffalo when they say? Is it just like
I thought Buffalo was a gift that they give each other. Usually I feel like sometimes they just give each other a gift.
Well, I feel like I've only seen one thing where they gave
maybe
each
that's
other
the only
something.
episode I watched.
I thought Buffalo was just something that just happened. Like it wasn't good, it wasn't bad. It was something that
I
happened.
think maybe you're right because I
could be 100% wrong.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. But so it's kind of like that, but not. I want to give us our platform to talk about something we have done, something that has happened to us that's been good, or something that we've done that betters like you or betters your situation, or just more positive. Like it's very easy for us to just focus on this podcast and like put you know how it is. We're literally editing this all the time. Like we edit the episode, we edit the clips. Like it's a constant weekly
I know
thing.
whenever I get home, we have to do, or like I know we have to edit, I have to make clips or anything like that. It's just like, all right, I gotta go to work. It's like
it's a constant thing.
Even we're gonna talk about it later, like with Gladiator. It's like I wanted to just chill, watch Suits with Emily, but I was like, wait, I gotta work.
It's a constant battle, and this is like it's a second job pretty much. Like so, that's why it'd be nice, hopefully, to start making some money.
So.
Yeah, it's different and it's fun, but I feel like it's easy to forget about like you. It's easy to forget about your situation. Like we still have things that we have to do for ourselves. We still have things that we have to do for like to better our situations. We still have things that could happen to us that don't necessarily have to do with the podcast that we want. So maybe we can call it like lame guy wins of the month, or I don't know, something like that. But like I would consider this fast. I've been wanting to do it for a long time.
Lame checkups, boy.
Maybe like this fast. I've been wanting to do it for a long time.
Yeah.
But I keep putting it off. I finally did it, and I wanted to challenge myself, and I did it. Like I would say that's a win for like the month.
No,
or
that
the
is,
week.
yeah.
And so we could do like a segment, maybe every few episodes of like something that we have accomplished that we feel good about, or we feel like it helps us, or we feel like it, something like that along those lines.
I need to get on it.
Yeah, well, and I feel like it holds us accountable too, because you have goals, I have goals, but like I said, it's very easy to
veer off from it,
to get caught up in this and be tired and stay home. And like, I mean, I feel like I want us to be better, and I've told you before, I want us to be. I know 2024, like I'm trying to just be more positive as a whole, but I want us both to succeed. I want us both to like progress in life. And so I feel like if we have a segment where we have to talk about it, that'll make us do stuff instead of pushing it off.
Yeah,
way.
That makes sense.
So, we can name pending, but we have to decide like, if we do it a monthly thing or like a bi-weekly thing, maybe like how Escape Pod does. Because you said they do it every other week.
I feel like it's like every other episode. Like I don't think they did it this past episode, but I feel like they did it the previous.
And it doesn't have to be something huge.
Yeah.
But like it's just something good that happened to us, or something that we accomplished, or something that is going to benefit us in the long run, like that we can do.
Yeah.
So yeah. Also, before I get into the intro, we did our taxes.
Oh,
yesterday.
Nice. We have ours. We have our meeting coming up this week.
Okay, we did our taxes yesterday. I just want to say, I want to thank one person, Jaden Butron. Thank you, because we wouldn't have gotten much if not for her, dude. I mean,
really,
the child tax credit itself is.
Did it go up?
No, I think it's still
the same. I
don't know
why I thought I heard something that it went up.
I think it's still the same, but I had a job change. I made more money this year. Teresa, even though going part time, dude, she she still made a good chunk of money. And so we made more money I think than we've ever made, and so we would have only gotten like $600 if not for Jaden. So. Yeah, shout out, Jaden. Maybe I'll have another one just to up it up.
For all that, shout out to my niece.
Maybe I'll have another kid just to up it up next time too. That way we have a better one. But yeah, dude.
Like I said, we have ours. I think it was H&R this coming week.
Okay, so I was nervous about it. I'm not gonna lie.
Did y'all do H&R?
Yeah, we went to H&R. There's one in Roy City.
Okay, yeah. We just still go to the one in Rockwall, and I still have that. I think last time we talked about the tax and stuff, I asked you. Or I think I mentioned, like, I'm trying to find all that tax forms.
Yeah, I
found it.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I found it just in case, too, but they don't ask for it. They didn't ask me for it.
Okay. Yeah, because I think it's just the one that the guy that did them for last year or whatever. Yeah. It was just whatever he sent back.
Yeah, it was the DocuSigns.
Yeah.
And you just sign in and it asks you questions of, like.
That's exactly what I have. I have it ready.
Yeah. But like I said, they didn't ask me for it, so I don't think they'll ask you.
But right before you start this, proud of you, bro. For the fast.
Oh, thank you.
Proud of you.
Yeah, I wanted to challenge myself. It's more of a mental challenge, I feel like.
Yeah, but it's
because
good.
you can be hungry, but you just got to have the mental capacity to not give it. And so
not to give in.
Yeah, and stay on top of your water and electrolytes. And honestly, the hardest part was just like I see food there, but I can't let myself eat it. It wasn't even that I was hungry; it's that it's so easy to just grab food, snacks all the time. But thank you, man. I appreciate it. But episode 18.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the Lame Guys
Podcast. I'm Mario.
I'm Vincent.
And we are going to talk about Gladiator today.
Going back to our, what we say, rewind
review, yes. And then we're going to talk about the wrestling events as well towards the end.
Yeah, so all those that tune in just to hear us talk about wrestling, welcome. Those who don't, just listen.
Where do you want to start at today?
So, as we always talk about, nothing really crazy happening as far as movies, superheroes.
Wrestling's the only thing that's popping right now,
which
bro.
Is sad. But at the same time, it's still the beginning of the year.
Yes.
We're still getting movies rolling out. This week, we have Madam Web. Still haven't bought tickets, but it is coming out.
We need to decide.
Same with Argyle. I want to go see Argyle, but the reviews aren't all that.
I do too, yeah, but the reviews aren't that good.
Like, I feel like sometimes when reviews are bad, I'm like, I bet if I see it, I'm going to like it. And I still enjoy it. I mean, it's not going to be like the greatest thing known to man, but I feel like I enjoy it still. Yeah. So I'm curious.
Yeah. For me, it's more so of I don't have many opportunities to go to the movies. So it's like if I miss one when it came out, it's like, okay, like I don't know if I'll get another chance to see it. You know, like I missed Argyle. Now Madam Web's out. If I get an opportunity to go to the movies, it's got to be Madam Web. It's the most recent one.
See, last time I went, I feel like it's forever ago. It was just Mean Girls.
Dude, I haven't.
But I feel like
I don't even remember the last movie that we saw. I'm trying to think.
All of us?
Me and Teresa in general. I think it was with y'all. I don't. What movie did we see?
Gosh, we did go. I just don't remember what it was.
What movie did we see?
I have no idea.
The last movie that I saw was Christmas Day, Iron Claw.
Okay, so we went. What was the one we saw before that? Because we watched Aquaman.
Okay, yes, Aquaman.
Dang, that really was the last one.
Yeah, so it's been a little bit since me and Teresa have been, and then since all of us have been. You at least got to go see Mean Girls this year. I haven't seen a movie this year. Did you default to from Platinum?
Nope, thanks to Emily, boy.
Wow, you still are Platinum?
Because Emily and her friends would go see a movie constantly. And I used to get annoyed. I'm like, or not necessarily annoyed, but I'm like, I thought we had a free credit, but you went ahead and used it. But hey, you know what? She kept us at Platinum. So
no, I think I was like 5 short. So I haven't even looked, but I assume I defaulted.
But then I looked at I think we have to go like 60 more things. I was like, God,
yeah, it's a lot.
But yeah. So like I said, not much going on, but there's a couple. I mean, tweets of the week, just some stuff. I thought, you know what? I think it'd be nice just to get a quick opinion,
right,
and your initial reactions to them. Nothing crazy, but still, nonetheless, I thought it'd be cool. So. Season 2 of Peacemaker is now officially fully written.
I'm excited. Still not being filmed, though. I'm ready.
Still not being filmed, but James Gunn is done.
Right.
And that's the thing. People have been hounding him on Superman Legacy. People have been hounding him on Peacemaker. Obviously, Superman is done. Casting's already on the way. Peacemaker, we already have the cast, and I'm sure we're going to have additions coming to Season 2. But he's been working on that at the same time as Superman, which is pretty crazy. But yes, it is now officially fully written, and now we just got to wait for them to start filming.
Yeah.
So,
have they said how that's going to tie in? Like, is that just going to be a separate universe now? Or
I think it's just going to be
Okay. It'll just be a separate universe, and we're not even gonna think about it, and it'll just be over here.
No, I think it's gonna be tied in. I think.
Oh, they're gonna tie it in.
I think John Cena's staying with the DC universe.
Oh, okay.
I think him, Amanda Waller, and Sholo even said that he's staying with Blue Beetle.
That. Yes,
so
I saw that. Which the solo thing I think is easier just because it's a completely different movie that we haven't seen tie in, and
there's no tie-ins.
They can say it's in this universe. But I was just wondering because Peacemaker's he's interacted with the Justice League, like he's like that. We don't have those people anymore, so I wonder how.
Go fuck another fish ass.
So I wonder how they're gonna tie it in.
I have no idea, but it's officially done.
Yes,
written wise, the script is done.
Awesome,
which is good. So we'll see how that goes. The other one I wanted to bring up. We're dads now, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I know at least for me, I've always been at least an animated fan for Disney and all that stuff.
Really, I know, not really me.
Mainly Teresa for you, right?
Yeah.
Like if y'all did watch something,
even her. I mean, she's never really been to a point where
like y'all had to go. Yeah,
we had to go see the movie. She'll watch it on Disney Plus.
Well, with saying that, at least now I'm sure you've watched a lot more animated stuff because of Jaden.
Yes, yeah.
Elena stays on Disney Plus. We have some Disney sequels coming out. I just thought this movie podcast, we got to at least bring it up. We got Inside Out 2 announced. Yes. Well, it was already. I have not seen Inside Out, so I need to watch.
Really good.
I need to watch that one, but we already knew it was coming. But we have a date for it, June 14th, 2024. We have Zootopia 2. I like Zootopia. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
June 14th is my wife's birthday.
Oh yeah, that is. Zootopia in 2025. This one genuinely surprised me. I did not know they were making this. I thought it was gonna be live action, but we have Moana too, and I love the first Moana.
So I was gonna say, even though yes, I am not a big Disney movie fan, Jaden now I know every song on Moana.
Moana is so
like
good,
for me, and you know how I am about the beach, so like that's my favorite. If I had to pick one, I would say Moana is my favorite Disney movie. So, but Coco's close. Maybe even Coco's in front.
Coco just hits for us.
Yeah, dude. Well, it just resonates.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. I mean,
and then at the same time, they're still developing the live action Moana.
Yeah.
With The Rock coming back as Maui, so he's coming back in the sequel, and he's going to be the live action, which I'm very curious how they're going to do that.
My mom said we should take the girl, and I'm thinking, okay, so it comes out this year. They're just what? It's not this year?
No. I mean, like they're going to be 2.
Yeah, I was going to say
they'll be 2.
They'll be 2, but it's terrible 2. It's like Jaden's already in there. Like it's not. There's no way I could take her to the movie.
Right, just give him a cookie and call it a day.
No, she wouldn't even sit there for it all.
I did tell Emily a while back. I'm curious what Elena's first movie is going to be.
Yeah,
I'm very curious. But genuine surprise. I'm excited for that. I'm very excited for Moana too. Big dude. Toy Story 5. They're doing Toy Story 5 in 2026. Do they need it? No. But guess what? There was a story out there that needed to be told. I'm curious what they're going to do. I'm going to go see it. We went to go see Toy Story 4.
Yeah. It's like with every movie, dude. If it does good in box office wise, you can always make another story. That
Money talks,
told.
Dude.
Yeah. And
money talks.
No surprise. I mean, does it need it? No. Is it people going to go watch it? Yes. So
they should have stopped after the third one.
Oh,
third one was perfect.
I actually did not see the third one. I've seen first, second, fourth.
You never saw the third one?
No. No. With that bear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Wow, okay. The fourth one, I remember we all went to go see it. It wasn't needed, but it was still good at the end. Let's see. And Frozen 3, 2026 as well. Yeah. That's another big one because Elena, we just within the past 2 weeks we showed her Frozen 2 because I told you, bro, anything with music she loves. So Frozen 2 has a lot of music still, and she loves it.
Jaden, the only type of Disney movies that she can watch is a musical type movie. If it doesn't have music in it, like my parents and Teresa try to show her like old Disney movies, and they'll show her ones that don't have music. Doesn't work. But she's never really. Maybe she will, but she hasn't resonated really with Frozen yet.
Really?
Yeah, like it just doesn't really catch. She likes Moana because it's very bright.
Yeah, that's what Emily always.
Coco, the light, the colors are very like. There's so many different colors. It's just different. Whereas Frozen is kind of just it's ice everywhere.
Yeah.
So
it's funny though with Elena because, bro, Olaf just resonates with her. Every time like he'll sing his song in the first one, she just smiles and like claps, and I'm like, bro, like this like it's funny how, like Olaf is mainly meant for like a child, like enjoyment, and she is not even 2 yet, and she she knows she knows already. But yeah, so as far as sequels, that's what we are getting with Disney,
right?
The other one I want to say, I have two more. Joe Manganiello. May know him. Magic Mike.
Yeah.
May know him from, what was it, True Blood?
True Blood, yes.
True Blood.
He was a werewolf.
And he was also basically just cameos as Deathstroke in the DCEU. Well, he came out and said that he is down to play Agent Venom in Avengers Secret Wars. Not a bad casting. I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, is it going to happen?
I think Joe Manganiello he's just a tank. And I think when anybody's a tank, if they recommend being a superhero, fuck it. Bring him on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those deals where, could I see him as, who does he want to play again?
Agent Venom.
Agent Venom.
Remember the way Harry looked in the second Spider-Man with that first Venom suit?
Yeah.
That's basically it.
I guess. He also is old now, though. Yeah. I mean, I would much prefer him as Deathstroke or something.
Oh, bro,
something more cool.
Me.
I'm sure Agent Venom is cool. He doesn't really resonate with me. I don't know much about him other than like a few things.
Bro, chill out, bro. King Lion gonna come at us.
It's good. I mean, it just doesn't. But yeah, I mean, bring him on. You know, like he's just one of those people. It's like if you saw a WWE wrestler offer, he wants to play. Fuck it, he's a tank. Bring him on. Like he's got the look. So,
and this next one. So it's funny. A couple days ago, we got the news of they're doing Jurassic World 4.
Yeah.
And it's set for 2025 release date. I feel like it's like they announce it and it's next year.
Yes.
Typically, big movies like this, you'd be like, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. No, they announce it and it's coming out next year.
So they've been working on it.
And then we have David Leitch, the director of Deadpool 2 and Bullet Train, was in talks to direct it. And from my understanding, I want to say he got set on board. He was ready to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, didn't take long. Yesterday, they came out as the day of this, time of this recording, February 10th. He's no longer set to direct it.
Oh, wow.
Creative differences between him and Universal. So, came in, went out. Who knows what's going to happen? But from my understanding, it's still set to be released next year.
That's
the last Jurassic.
Yeah.
The last Jurassic, bruh, it was not good.
It was not good.
Jurassic Dominion, right?
Yeah,
they call it?
I think so. That's another one where it doesn't need another one. The last one wasn't that good. We could just scrap it there.
I'm curious. Hold on. I need to find out how much money it made.
I want to say it was Dominion. Oh, you're looking at money. Okay.
Yeah. I'm curious how much money.
I don't think it made that much. But, hey, I mean, people are still going to go watch it. We will still go watch it. So
yeah, and that's
yeah.
I can say it's a downside, but no matter what, for one, it's for a reason for us to go to the movies. And two, you're right, bro. I mean, people are always going to go watch it because at the end of the day,
Jurassic is...
people want to go see some dinosaurs on screen, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Fallen Kingdom was the second one. Jurassic World Dominion was the one where everyone came back. Yeah, bro, it made $1 billion.
Yeah. it made $1 billion.
It made $1 billion.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. I mean,
it made it $1 billion, $9 million. So
no brainer. I mean, it's like, was it good? No, but it made $1 billion, and people are still gonna. And this one may not make $1 billion, but shit. I mean, if it makes, I don't know, 700-800, like.
So Jurassic World made $1.6 billion. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom made 1.3, and this one made.
They all made $1
billion. This one, yeah, this last one barely made it, but
that's crazy.
They did it. So
Chris Pratt obviously comes back.
Oh yeah,
I mean, if he's in all three and they made $1 billion, they gotta bring him back.
They probably have to bring him back, and maybe Bryce Dallas Howard too.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, we're gonna be there. Like
we're going to be there, but it's like,
do I have a genuine interest? No, I mean, but at the same time, like I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, as far as for tweets of the week, that's all I got.
Awesome. Before we get into our Gladiator review, did you finish Grounded? Last of Us.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Wasn't
in my head,
so
I thought
good?
to myself, what are you talking about?
Wasn't it so good?
It was so
For those
good.
that don't know, there's a Grounded documentary for the first game as well.
Which I need to watch.
I need to watch that. I keep seeing the thumbnail on my feed now, but I haven't watched it. But they released Grounded. Is it 2? Are they
Grounded
2?
Which is basically the making of The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah. Dude, it was intense. It makes you see how deep people go into making these games, like how hard like the leaks hit you, like how.
Oh, bro! When they talked about the leaks, spoilers for Last of Us 2. When they talk about the leaks for Joel dying and everything like that, and Neil Druckmann was like, he goes, my heart sank. My heart. I was like,
can you imagine working on that project and the whole big surprise of your game leaked? Like, that's just wild. And it was a teenager from the Netherlands that leaked it.
Yeah. And the sad part is, what did he say? He goes, I just did this because I wanted.
He thought it would tie Naughty Dog's hand into releasing the game. And it was a complete opposite. Like, they just it doesn't work that way. But yeah, man, I mean, I loved it. So for us, you know, we love Last of Us 2, but we weren't along for the ride from Last of Us 1, and when it first came out, we played it afterwards.
Do you like that better?
Yes, because I've told you before, I feel like I was able to appreciate it more.
Okay.
I think if we were along for the ride, I think we would have been more upset about the whole Joel situation.
Good point.
I think we would have been in that boat where we probably would have taken a while to finish the game just because that would have pissed us off so much. And second, I just feel like we're able to appreciate it more. But I was gonna tell you, whenever they played the trailers at like the shows, dude, I got like goosebumps just thinking like, can you imagine one being there? Can you imagine being along for that ride? How hyped we would have been if we were excited to play The Last of Us. For some reason, we just took forever to play it.
It was just because we knew that they were coming out with the show, and you were like, I need to play it. And then I was like, yeah, I'll play it eventually. And then you ended up playing the first one. I was like, well, shit, now I got to play it. And then you were talking about how good it was. And God, bro, I'm mad that we didn't play it sooner, but I'm so glad we played it.
Yeah, I just think I think we appreciate it more now because I still see a lot of people still like debate that game. But to me,
there's no debate.
It's my all-time favorite game. I would say
that game is. I mean, if you've been watching this whole time, all our episodes, you know that
we love The
Last of Us 2 and Red Dead 2.
Yeah,
absolutely phenomenal games.
But yeah, so whenever they show like the obviously we play the game, so we know these scenes. But when they show them for the first time for these people and the excitement that they have and like the energy, I just think, gosh, bro, I wish we were along for the ride when that was coming out.
And I think I texted you on one of the parts because I was like, I remember the leaks.
Yeah,
I remember.
I don't.
I remember them because I remember people on Twitter going crazy. But then there was a couple gamers that I followed on YouTube, and they did like game reviews and all this stuff. Not much streaming. I never really watched for streaming, but just for reviews. And they discussed it. They said, this is big. Like, we have to talk about it. And I saw the thumbnails, maybe clicked on it, and I was like, I don't play this game. I don't. What do I care?
Yeah.
And then, God, and you're right. Like, if we were in it, bro, it would have been so different. And just them talking about how negative the reaction was for Abby and all this stuff. Yeah. I thought, bro, I love Abby. Yeah. At the end of it, I do. Too.
So and seeing the different concept arts of Abby, how different she looks.
Yes,
it was
I'm
cool.
So glad they came up with the final concept for her.
Oh yeah, it just looks perfect. The other ones didn't. The other ones didn't really fit her.
But at the same time, imagine if it was reversed. So like, if we got the original concept art, and then we saw what this Abby, that we got in the final game as a concept, we'd be like, boy, I'm so glad they. So I mean,
we're just attached to her. The way she looks.
We're completely attached.
Yeah, I just thought, bro, I really enjoyed it. It was 2 hours.
And it flew by.
I thought it flew by. I thought, oh shit, I only have 30 minutes left. Like, bro, I loved it. I loved it. Same. And I recommend anybody, if you do like The Last of Us 2, or you just like seeing how video games are made, because I personally, I haven't seen a lot into how deep people go, how many hours people work, bro. They talk about it in the thing. They're trying to help their employees have a better work to life ratio because they just get so caught up in their work. I enjoyed it so much.
See, I love a lot of I know you know this, and a couple people know. I love behind the scenes on making of stuff.
Yeah,
so making of movies and TV shows, I adore it. Like the assembled stuff Disney Plus has for a lot of their Marvel movies and projects, I love every bit of it. I'm not gonna lie, more than half of the DVDs I have, I buy them just so I can watch the behind the scenes, and I never actually watch the movie,
right?
Which is sad, but nonetheless, I mean, I own the damn thing, so oh well. But when it comes to video games, the only thing I've ever really watched all these years was voice acting, because I love voice acting, and I love hearing people in the studio, seeing how they record these lines. I've never watched something on how they make a video game, and it was so cool.
I loved it, dude. I thought it was so good. I thought we have to bring it up just to gloss over it a little bit on the pod, but it was great documentary. And hey, how about the end? He says there's a third story to be told.
Yeah, he said he doesn't have the official thing, but he said there's a concept, and once the concept shows up, he goes.
Well, he said he's been waiting for a long time, but he said he finally has a story. Now, has he put it all together?
Oh, no. yeah, you're right. He said there was a concept, and then eventually he said, now
he said he does have a third, and he thinks there is a third story to tell. And So this one, dude, we are gonna be along for the ride. So it's gonna be intense, bro.
Because like we always talk about, we always determine how old the girls are gonna be.
Yeah,
bro, they're gonna be like maybe 4.
Yeah, we're not gonna have much time to play. Yeah. So okay, but it just depends, because I mean, if we can get big enough to where we have to start going to these conventions and stuff, and like our job is to play, like that's different, right? Like Teresa would be more willing to watch the girl, like she'll be really more willing to watch our child if for a full consecutive hours if I'm over here because I gotta play this to make money, like that. That's different.
Hey, ready for those arguments? You're playing video games and I'm working.
And I'm gonna say, yeah, and that's why that shit bought your shit. Like, so that's different. Right now, it's a lot harder to convince our wives because this is still our hobby.
Yeah.
Essentially, like it's still our thing that we like doing.
We say, bro, eventually this will be our income.
Yeah. So like, dude, can you imagine being at one of those things where they release the footage or they announce it?
We're part of the press, bro, discussing it.
I just saw everyone walking around with their state, which granted, I'm sure a lot of those people are just regular fans that got access to the show, like whether they bought tickets or whatever. But gosh, I can't wait. I hope that the third one comes out eventually. Even if we're in our 30s already, like
we're still playing it.
Yeah, I'm playing that shit.
We're part of that generation, bro. Where right now we're gonna be like 40, 50, and we're still gonna be playing.
Yeah, my dad asked that too. He always goes like, "What age do you stop playing video games?" And I was like, "I don't think there is an age. I think we're part of the generation that we came up with this stuff, and I think it's gotten so much cooler to play video games now.
Yeah.
People make a living off of it, whereas before you could never say that." So, yeah.
Oh, dude. Just another part of the documentary. That one dude that was doing all the noises for the
he killed it.
Well, he didn't do the clickers, but he did
the bloater.
Bloater, yes. And he was doing a couple of the other monsters, or what not monsters? What were the other ones called? It's been a minute.
It was the I thought
because it wasn't just clickers. It was just
the ones that hide.
It was the infected and everything like that. But
all the zombies, he was doing voices for them.
It was so good. And Neil Druckmann saying, like, I've never heard a human being make noises like this. And I
That's
thought,
insane.
dude, it was so crazy. And my dumb ass
insane.
over here trying to mimic it. I'm like, I can't do that. That is so good.
Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, it was a great documentary.
Yeah, if you highly recommend it if you want to watch it.
You ready to move on to our Gladiator review?
Yeah, so rewind reviews. We discussed it last week. Like I said, I thought it would be fun for us to catch up on some movies that we haven't seen. We always discuss that we want to watch more and more. So, good one to start off with. Good suggestion with Gladiator. Do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
You can go ahead. Well, do you want to do a 3, 2, 1 rank it first, or before we give our?
That's a good one. I'm not gonna lie. I wrote all these notes, did all the review and everything. I didn't think about a ranking.
We don't have to.
No, let's do it.
Okay.
If you have one in mind, let's do it.
Okay.
Okay. Go.
Ready?
Yeah.
3. Ranking for Gladiator.
All right. Yeah. Ranking for Gladiator.
3, 2, 1, 8.
7.
Okay, I said 8. I loved it. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay, so this isn't its fault.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know what to expect. I expected more. If that makes sense.
The movie came out in 2000, though.
Yes, I know. And like, I just thought to myself, bro, I really don't know what I'm expecting in this movie, but I feel like it's going to be just a lot. The first opening scene, and I don't have to say spoilers because this damn thing's been out forever.
Yeah.
The first scene with that whole battle, I thought, if this movie's going to be all this, holy crap, this is intense. This is insane. And I was like, bro, they're fighting Vikings? Who the hell are these? Like,
they were like from Germania.
Germania, whatever. I was like, what the hell? Bet, bro, I'm along. Then it slowed down.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's fine. Cool. We get introduced to Joaquin Phoenix as Commodus?
Commodus. Yes.
Commodus.
I wrote down.
Let me get my notes.
Russell Crowe is Maximus.
Yep.
Joaquin Phoenix is Commodus. Oliver Reed is Proximo. Richard Harris is Marcus Aurelius, and Connie Nielsen is Lucia.
Nice. I didn't write the rest of them. I just wrote
the main characters.
I just wrote Russell Crowe and Joaquin Phoenix. That's all the ones I wrote. Nonetheless, I thought, yep, bet. Now I know this is the villain from basically just common knowledge. I know this is the bad guy. I know this is our hero. Let's go. And then after a while, I was like, bro, what the hell? Now he has to restart because basically the way it happens, he's a general.
Yes.
His Caesar or whatever appoints him as he's going to take over after Caesar dies. Joaquin Phoenix doesn't like it. Jealous son.
Yeah, he's Marcus Aurelius' son.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like that his dad is picking another person.
Over him.
Yes.
But when watching it, you're just like, yeah.
I mean, you could tell pretty soon that he's not fit to rule.
Yeah. And then you just go along in this ride where basically Joaquin Phoenix's character, Commodus, jealous over the decision, he ends up killing his dad over it.
And so Marcus Aurelius hasn't told anybody that this is the plan.
He only told Maximus.
Yes.
That's it.
So now no one knows, and they just assume.
Okay, so watching that scene, I just thought to myself, bro, you need a witness. You need someone there.
He should have told somebody.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I started thinking about modern age, bro. You have one person just recording. You'd be like, so you're telling me that this, I heard it, but no, obviously that's not happening. I didn't even see what year this was taking place.
It was like
it's something
181
AD
or something.
Something like that.
Ancient Roman times.
Yeah. But nonetheless, Maximus just basically starts from the bottom again.
Yeah. He gets sold into slavery.
He gets sold into slavery,
and then
as a warrior as well, and a makeshift coliseum, and everything like that. And that's where we get the classic, legendary line: "Are you not entertained? Isn't that why you're here?" Mm-hmm. I've known that line just because common movie knowledge or anything like that. But I'm not gonna lie, I thought that scene came up in the Coliseum. I did not know it showed up that early. So when it happened, I thought, what, already? Okay, bet. Okay, this is where it happens. I mean, how am I supposed to know that it doesn't happen, at the end of the movie? It was good though. I mean, okay, like to me, I give a lot of good movies 7. So like I still enjoyed it. I really did. Just the stats from it. I looked up the accomplishments of this movie. So me saying 7, like I said, I still really enjoyed it. It's not a bad movie to me at all. Granted, my rankings are all over the place, but nonetheless, it was nominated in total for not just Oscars, but just in general, 104 nominations. Out of 104, it won 60 total awards, including, for the Oscars, Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Costume, Best Sound, Best Visual Effects. Wow. And on top of that, Joaquin Phoenix got a nomination for Best Supporting Actor as well. It's good. Yeah. I understand why people adore this movie. I really understand why this is a classic to some people.
Yeah.
All the way up to the end. We discussed it on the last episode of we just know that scene where
the Stone Cold Steve Austin
Stone Cold spoof and everything like that. So
he's
whenever
like, how dare you turn your back to me?
Yeah. So whenever it happened and Maximus turned around, I was like, the master of the middle finger. Like I did it in my head. I was like, oh, he doesn't really say anything. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I really liked it.
Yeah.
I'm glad I finally watched
it. For me, I give it an 8. I loved it. You know me. I'm a sucker for ancient civilization type movies. Whether it's Gladiator, I love Game of Thrones. I love House of Dragon. I love any type of thing that is ancient like that, where we get to see like old type of battles. I love Vikings. Like any type of thing, I'm a sucker for. Right away, we see the battle where they're fighting in Germania. You're thinking, holy shit! Like, yeah, right away we get this. You're right, it does slow down, but I loved it, bro. I truly saw why people love this movie. Now, you're right. Did you expect more? Yes. And I think it's because we're so used to seeing more blood now. Whereas, because when I looked up some people's reviews before I watched the movie.
I should have, but I didn't.
And a lot of people said it was very gory. I didn't think it was that gory, but I think it's because we've seen a lot more gory stuff nowadays. Like you got to think this movie came out in 2000.
Yeah.
So like for 2000, it was good. Like it was gory. I could see where people would say that. Now we have stuff that it's just so much more that's on TV, and it's harsh. Like it. So I loved it, bro. Russell Crowe and Joaquin Phoenix were incredible. Joaquin Phoenix, I thought, killed it as a villain. He was just that little twerp that it's almost like the daddy's money type deal. Like he's just in this position because he got lucky that his dad, his dad and his mom made him, and his dad still didn't even want to give him the rule. He was of an empire, and he found a way to get it. Typical heel, typical villain type story. Russell Crowe, you're right, has to start from the bottom as a gladiator, work his way up. Even though we never even met his wife and son, whenever they killed his wife and son, God, I thought, I'm a dad now. Like that hurts, bro. He just wanted to go home. Like that was his whole thing during the movies. He just wanted to go home, and then they kill his wife and son, and I thought that was rough. But I thought for 2000, bro, Ancient Rome looked great. I thought it looked great. The Colosseum looked amazing.
I wanted to play Assassins again.
I did too. I thought about it. Bro, I really enjoyed this movie. I didn't think I was going to, but I see why people like it and why people think it's a classic. All the reviews that I could find were very great. Like, a lot of people gave it a 10. I would say I would give it just an 8, just because you're right. Like, it's 2000, so we're just used to a lot more, and that's spoiled of us because it was a great movie. But we were 4 when it came out, so we couldn't really enjoy it at the time. But they didn't really show Maximus. So Maximus has his first Gladiator experience, and then I assume he has more by the time he gets to the Colosseum. But they just go straight to the Colosseum, and he's already well known as Maximus, and everybody knows him as the Spaniard. So I wish we would have seen more of that. But I loved the whole Gladiator aspect. I'm a big UFC fan. I'm a big boxing fan. I'm a big fighting as a whole fan. As some people, I'm sure some people think it's stupid to say, but these are our modern day gladiators. The UFC
I 100% agree.
Are our modern day gladiators. It's the closest that we have to actual gladiators, and it's little things like here where Proximo says you can't just kill people fast. You got to win the crowd. It's still true in today's age. A UFC person can win all they want, but if they don't win over the crowd, no one cares about them. The true diehard UFC people, I guess, like Khabib. Me personally, I like Conor because he won me over. You can't deny his charisma. It's the same in WWE. You could be such a good wrestler, but if you don't win over the crowd, no one cares. You're forgotten.
Yeah.
You're forgotten. Maximus has to win over the crowd. You see him. Are you not entertained? Like, he makes his kills more entertaining. Like, I love that aspect because it resonated with me because I watch UFC, I watch boxing, and people, like, I don't know, maybe they didn't mean to throw that in there, but it's just if that's accurate historically, it's just crazy. Like, we as fans all just want to be won over. We don't care that you can kill this person easy. We want you to, like, show some charisma. We want you to show some character, like show some like, it's just crazy, isn't it? Like, if that's true and it was like that back then, then that means from centuries and centuries and centuries it's been the same exact thing. Yeah. You can be a good fighter, but if you don't win the crowd over, you are never going to get anywhere. Like, it's wild. And so even in the Gladiator times where you're fighting for your life, like, you go out there, at least in the UFC, generally you don't think you're going to die. I mean, yeah, a lot of fighters say they prepare to die, but it's it's sanctioned. Yeah. It's there's rules. Gladiator time, there was no rules, and you still have to worry about winning over the crowd. Like, that's just so crazy to me. I'm not a big, I don't go as in depth, I would say, as far as movies goes. Like, I don't really, this people say the score, like Hans Zimmer score. Hans Zimmer did the score.
I got a nomination.
I actually noticed it in this, like, where it depicted the moods, like, very well. Like, you could tell, like, the music was just perfect for each time that it was on the screen. I loved it, bro. I thought it was really good. I thought the Gladiator fights were awesome. I thought it was a perfect first movie for our Rewind review.
It was a good choice, bro. Good choice on yours.
I really loved it. And you're right. Whenever he did the "How dare you show your back to me," I thought, do it, bro. Do the middle finger. He doesn't do it, obviously. But if for those that don't know what we're talking about, WrestleMania 21, they did, like, Hollywood movie like spoofs with WWE actors, and Stone Cold Steve Austin was Gladiator, and it was so good. And
I'm saying that was my. I mean, like we said last one, that was my introduction to Gladiator.
Same for me. That was the first introduction that I had to Gladiator.
Beer drinker.
Yeah.
After beer drinker.
It was, bro. I loved it. I thought Gladiator was awesome. I'm sad at myself that I didn't watch the movie sooner. But hey, I mean, what a perfect way to talk about it on this podcast. At least we can watch it and talk about it on here. Yeah. So if for anybody that hasn't seen Gladiator, go watch it. I thought it was great. And if you have any suggestions for our next Rewind review movie, drop it in the comments. Because this was a good idea. I'm hooked. I'm ready to watch the next movie.
No, yeah. I was about to say we can do this as often as we want to.
Yeah.
Whenever we're ready to start something.
Well, it helps too because there's not a lot of current movie news, anyways.
And not just that. I mean, like I said last time, it gives us 2 segments for each, a segment for to start it,
picking the movie,
and then reviewing it.
Yeah.
Because even picking it, if you listen to the last song, that was a struggle.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, like you said, I mean, I should have mentioned a lot of that in mine. Joaquin Phoenix, absolutely phenomenal.
I thought he did amazing.
Absolutely phenomenal, dude. I'm not really I'm not gonna say my issues because I don't really have issues with this movie. To me, I just expected a lot more, and that's my fault. That's completely my fault. I went in with expectations being, dude, this is about to be the most intense movie I've ever seen. When it was intense, but when it was slow, I thought, come on, but that's my fault. And and what's sad is I'm a hypocrite because I'm always saying I don't always need action.
Yeah,
I don't. But I'm watching a movie called Gladiator. I'm going to think, bro, this is about to be the craziest thing ever.
Yeah. But I think for the time it was like I could see where the time period of it.
I don't know what my mindset was for it, but also, bro, I think I watched this thing at midnight.
Okay,
yeah. So maybe that also plays a big part of it. So I thought this was going to make me stay up and
I watched it. I watched it yesterday, and then I stopped it with like 35ish minutes left because I had to go pick up Jaden from daycare. So I watched it in 2 parts, but it didn't. I stopped it at a good part, and I felt like it still flowed very well. I didn't feel like it was long. Now, I know if I would have waited till nighttime, because it is a long movie. It's like 2 hours and 40 minutes or so. But I thought it was great, dude. I loved it. I think watching it at midnight hurts, definitely.
I mean, I know not to do that again, because I'm telling you, like, by the time I kept on pausing after a while going, how much time do I have left?
Okay, I didn't feel that way, and I didn't go into it thinking that I was gonna see like a Battle of the Bastards type battle. I guess.
Yeah, in my head, I guess that's what I'm not using that analogy itself, but I guess something that crazy. I thought.
Yeah. See, and I didn't, and I'm glad because I knew 2000. Okay, I mean we're limited as far as what all we can do.
Even before 2000, it was pretty damn good.
Oh, I thought it looked great.
It looked really good.
I thought everything about it looked great.
There was only one scene in the first battle where I thought, oh yeah, this is a 2000 movie. Yeah. It was just one of the camera shots or whatever, and like how they use like motion and like some blurry things. I thought in like slow motion, I was like, oh yeah, this is that 2000 stuff.
I thought it looked great, bro.
It was really good.
Maximus at the end meets his end, but hey, he gets to reunite with his family, and that's all that matters. And yeah, bro, I saw one review saying it's not very historically accurate. Who cares? We weren't there anyways. We weren't there anyways, bro. Anything like this, I just love to see, even if it's not super historically. Like Assassin's Creed. I love Assassin's Creed because we get a little look back in time, and it's not as boring as a history class, but it's like they put it in an entertaining way.
But a lot of stuff is accurate.
Yeah. So, dude, I loved it. So Gladiator, I'll give it 8. Nice. You want to move on?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I think it's time.
Let's talk about it. Hey, so for those that aren't interested in WWE, we're gonna end this episode with WWE talk. But we had a big press conference on Thursday. Before we get into everything that happened at the press conference, what did you think about the press conference itself? This is the first time that WWE has done something like this. And we've seen tweets that they're going to try to be more sport related, right? Like they're going to try to feel more like a UFC type deal.
Sporting event type thing, yeah. Not just entertainment.
And I thought this nailed it.
I loved it.
I loved it.
I love the build up, first off.
We didn't even get a single match, and it felt like a pay-per-view.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just a press conference. Okay, so with press conferences, you typically just I in my head I thought, all right, just UFC type press conference. We're gonna get a table, one at one end, one at the other, just talking shit to each other, like how we expect press conferences to go. This one, no tables, one stage, mics in hand, cutting promos, and it felt real, dude. Yeah. I loved it so much.
I loved it. The energy.
Starting off, we went off with Rhea, right? Rhea and Becky. Was that the first thing that they did?
So Bianca came out and promoted her show. Bianca, she promoted, but she didn't. Yes, she didn't have like a beef with anybody.
No,
she promoted her show and yes, Bianca.
I'm good. She just showed her resume, and I thought, you're right, dude. Good job.
And then we had Rhea and
then Rhea and Becky showed up, and I thought, God, they're so good, dude. Yeah. And in my head, I just thought, why even have the chamber, bro? Becky's winning. This is the match. Just book the damn thing.
Right.
So yeah, it was very good with them too. Becky, what she say? You're gonna learn that mommy's on bottom, or the man,
or you're gonna learn how to be on bottom.
Yeah,
or something like
so I thought, oh, what a bar, bro.
Someone on Twitter said that's why Seth's back's always hurting.
Oh, I saw that one. And then, bro, the one we've been waiting for, the one that Triple H said we're about to shock the world, and all this stuff. The one where The Rock coming out of the airport saying this press conference is gonna be talked about forever.
Dude, it was great. I mean,
do you think it lived up to that hype?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think it lived up to the hype, and it was great. Like, I was watching. So we're at Walmart. Me and Teresa went to go eat, and then we went to Walmart to buy some stuff, and then we had to go pick up my daughter. I'm at Walmart freaking out because I can feel the intensity, and I'm just watching it on my phone, and it's just a press conference. It's not even like an actual match coming up or anything like that. Bro, I thought it was great. I felt like I was watching like an old time classic UFC press conference, like just the intensity, like and the way the wrestlers were talking to each other, it felt like real beef. Like it felt like they were actually about to fight. Like I thought it was great. I loved every bit of it.
How real was it? My dad texted me, even sent me a video of one of the moments in the press conference and said, "Was this real?" And I said, "It's part of the story, but doesn't it look real?"
So all of this is, and it just goes to the point of what we've said along. Like a lot of people don't understand that some of these WWE wrestlers are some of the best actors. Like, yeah, I know that they're wrestlers, and maybe it doesn't. I know acting in wrestling is different than acting in a movie, but bro, they can act. Some of these wrestlers have the chops. But yeah, I thought it was great, bro. It felt real when I got home to my parents. My whole family was watching it. Like it felt hype. Yeah. And so yeah, you're right. Becky and Rhea were great. But I mean, let's get to the main one. So we had Seth Rollins come out first, once again making himself and his title look like shit. Not to his fault. It's just WWE's just not doing a good job at. He just looks like, I mean, not to skip forward, but you have the Rock and Roman right here, and then Cody here, and Seth's in the background, and you see his defeat when Cody picks Roman, and then like
spoiler,
it's just they're just not doing a good job with Seth and his championship, making it feel the same level. Seth says, "Go over there," or Roman says, "Go over there with the number 2s, like the losers bracket."
Bum,
yeah,
bum, get this bum out here. I thought, God.
But sorry to skip ahead. But so then we have Roman comes out.
Comes out. We got the Tribal Chief coming out.
Him and Seth go back and forth.
Yeah,
a little
they
bit.
do their promos back and forth. They cut their promos, their digs at each other, and gosh, it was good, dude. Yeah. It was good. What did Seth say? Wow, look who finally decided to show up to work.
And then Roman said he showed up to work in his wife's shoes.
Oh,
or something like that.
I loved it so much. Them two, perfect chemistry, dude.
Oh, for sure. Chemistry. You know, even though Roman, I feel like sometimes he does this shit a little too comfortable. How he throws these shades at Seth. Like sometimes I think, bro, because they're friends backstage. Yeah. But when Roman does these little digs, sometimes I think, bro, you have that one in the chamber, huh? Like, God damn, like
Seth gonna get his lick back soon, boy. But no, yeah, we had them two start their stuff. Then, like I said last time, the great one comes out.
Yeah,
The Rock shows up. They discuss
and his black heel tank top. I told you that right away. Yeah. Right away, as you know, as soon as somebody shows up with the black tank top, bro, they're on some heel shit. They're on some villain type arc shit.
One thing I think anyone can ever take away from The Rock, bro. Oh boy, knows how to work the crowd. And in my head, I thought to myself, there were some moments when he got the mic and he was talking. The fans booed the hell out of him. Rocky sucks chants were coming.
And he'd play into it.
And he played into it. And you know what I love too? He didn't try to shut them up. He didn't try. I mean, I guess he did initially, but he didn't say, "All right, enough of that." No. He lets them go at it. He listens to them. He lets it just soak up.
Yeah,
that's all it is. Even I guarantee, even with them not cheering for him, them booing him, I bet he loves it. No matter what, a reaction is a reaction, and you'd much rather have a reaction
than silence.
Nothing, than silence. So, with that, The Rock cutting his promo, saying
Cody crybabies.
Cody crybabies talking. First off, let's divert real quick. His thing on Pat. I don't know if you watched the full segment, or whatever, with Pat McAfee.
That was the first time that that's when I genuinely thought, oh, he's gonna be bad. That's when I thought, oh, he's playing into this. Like he knows now. Okay, I'm pivoting. Like y'all want him back like this, just like how the fans acted with him and what was it 2003 when he was Hollywood Rock?
Yes.
I think two. Yeah, yes. Towards 2, and
because
then maybe
it
the end
took
of
a year whenever he came back for the Rock and Sock Connection at WrestleMania.
It was the end. Okay, so he thought, okay, y'all are gonna act this way, and it was just perfect. I thought it was great.
I didn't feel personally attacked, but I thought taking a dig at the Lame Guys podcast, dude. He goes, "You have grown men." He goes, where their kids are like, "Dad, let's play." No, Cody's got to finish the story. He goes, "I'm mad. Cody's got to finish." He goes, "You have grown men on social media. Cody's story." And I thought, look, we didn't get that intense. We even had a YouTube comment saying it's nice to see some guys,
that was nice.
So whoever made that comment, shout out for that.
That was nice.
And I thought to myself, you know what? That is true, bro. We're not getting too emotional about it. We're just having a discussion about it. We're telling you how we truly feel about this.
Some people were making death threats to Abe. Some people were taking it too far.
Dude, The Rock's daughter had to get off Twitter because they were making so many threats and so much harassment towards her. That's absolutely
Some
insane.
people were taking it too far.
Santi said it himself, bro. There's no need for any of this in this type of space. This is entertainment, dude. If you just can't take it for what it is, then get the hell out of this space. Honestly, bro, there's no need for no threats like this. Absolutely no need for it. But just going back to it, I thought, bro, look, I am 27, bro. I'm still playing with my kid, all right? This isn't taking over my whole life, but I was like I can say, this was...
Hey, bro, he even said, wife wants to have sex. Cody's got to finish the story.
Yeah. I started laughing so much. But even he said, he goes, that's WWE.
Yeah.
He goes, that's what we bring. And I thought, bro, this is why I love you, bro.
He's great.
This is so good.
People can say what they want about him, but I mean, at the end of the day, he's great. He's great, and I would say his best skill that he's always had in his career has been his skill on the mic talking, and he still has it. It just goes to show.
Yeah, it's second nature for him.
Yep.
Going back to the presser, him and Roman going back and forth. Roman saying, "I choose The Rock. I choose The Rock to main event at WrestleMania." The Rock like we said, The Rock comes out. They do their whole thing. They don't really go back and forth. He just comes out discussing this bloodline runs deep. What does he do?
Shows the whole picture.
He brings receipts showing you how deep the bloodline runs.
Yeah.
Comes out with the full family tree, and
as soon as him and Roman they do the hand thing.
Yeah,
I thought, okay, bro, yeah, this is not a good good Rock versus bad
this
Roman.
Isn't what we expected.
This is
whole
not.
time.
I thought, okay, y'all are playing into this. Cody's gonna come out and be like, "What the fuck, Rock? Like, why are you? What's changed?" And then Cody comes out and says this is bullshit. And he comes out and says this is bullshit. And so, okay,
I love the uncensored version. Or no, do they uncensor it?
No, they let him say this is bullshit.
Okay, but just the way this is bullshit.
Yeah. So Roman throws a dig at his dad, who's dead.
Which but last year he was over here talking about how much he admired Dusty, and he was basically a Dusty guy.
Says Dusty Rhodes is irrelevant.
Irrelevant, just like Cody.
And all Cody says is, if your grandfather was here, he'd be disappointed. And bro, The Rock
took that so damn personal. Me and Deontay talked about it, and we said, bro, Roman straight up told him that the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, a legend in the business, helped build most of these superstars, is irrelevant. The Rock, Cody just said, "Yo, Grandpa's gonna be ashamed of you, bro." Bro, The Rock
got pissed, heated.
I don't know how you reacted inside Walmart. I was sitting on the ground playing with Elena while watching this, getting hyped at the same time.
At this point, I was already at my parents'.
Perfect.
So I was watching on TV.
So and the camera just shows. So if you're a viewer and you didn't watch it, the camera just shows Cody and Roman.
Yes, and then you see The Rock.
And slowly, The Rock comes into screen, passes. First off, completely covers Roman.
Fucking jacked.
Huge motherfucker. Yeah. Completely covers Roman, goes straight face to face with Cody. And the whole time he was doing that, I go, oh my God. I thought, now we're gone,
I texted you. So I texted you whenever Rock was out, and I could feel the energy. I felt it was different. And I texted you and I said, bro, watch us just get Cody and Seth versus Roman and Rock.
Yeah, for those who don't believe me, I'm about to, bro, we're going to put the screenshots of my text. You for real said it. You said watching them do what? A tag team.
A tag team, yeah. And so then I see I see Roman and Rock align. And I said, oh my God, we're going to get
Yeah, I texted you. I said, bro, you may be right. And you're like, dead ass. I think so.
So then Roman and Rock are here, and it's Cody by himself. I fully expected Seth to walk into the picture, and he doesn't. But
then we get the whole promo of The Rock saying, you talk about his family. You talk about my family. You talk about his ancestors. And I love it. Everyone keeps on, I keep on seeing people talk about him going, you talk about my ancestors. I saw one tweet saying, and that's why Batista's a better actor.
Damn, I thought he did good.
I thought he did good.
I thought he sold it well.
But then he said, you talk about his blood, you talk about my blood. Now we have problems.
Yeah. And then you slapped him. Bitch slapped him.
Slapped
him right in the face.
And for just in this press conference, all hell broke loose.
Yeah.
And that's when Seth pulled up.
Yep, pulled up, and then nothing happened after that. And then afterwards, you get the Rock coming to Triple H and say, "Fix it. Don't let him talk about shit about our family again or whatever." And then he says what he says. I'll kick his fucking teeth.
Oh yeah, I'll slap his fucking teeth in next time. Yeah.
I thought that was great. I thought
felt real.
So
real.
Yeah. So overall, press conference was great. We've already given you the highlights of the press conference. I'm sure people have already seen them. It's gone viral. Like, it's even media outlets that aren't wrestling outlets have covered the press conference.
TMZ over here talking about it. Like, dude.
So let's just say, because we had a whole 40-minute conversation about it on the last episode about it. How we were so
upset.
Was it 40? It was 40 minutes.
Good.
Yes. I was listening to it. 40 minutes of us just talking about how Cody needs to finish the story. So we're getting Cody and Roman at WrestleMania. We didn't even talk about that.
Yeah, so it is now official.
So
WWE made it official. Triple H even made it official.
Yeah. So let me just say this. Happy. We got what we wanted. Let's not act like this was always the plan. I 100% believe WWE pivoted to where, oh shit, people are not happy about The Rock and Roman. And The Rock, credit to him, I'm sure saw that and said, okay, like, I'm down to change the plan. Let's change it back to Cody. And then The Rock turns heel. And now we truly get a long storytelling of maybe The Rock and Roman team up for a little bit, but then eventually, they're going to collide. I'm glad WWE pivoted. I think we should have never... Triple H, I'm sorry. I should have never doubted you. I know you're a true fan at heart. And, I mean, it just goes to show, dude, Triple H... If it was a Vince situation, he would have let the fans stay mad, and I think he truly 100% would have gone forward with Rock and Roman. I think Triple H was okay with the fans reacting the way they reacted, and they pivoted. Unless that was the full plan to begin with, and they just completely threw us for a loop. But I truly think that WWE saw how mad everybody was and said, okay, we're going to run with this. And we set it up for them, and they were able to put the ball in the basket.
So I'm torn. Because I want to tell you, you damn right, bro. You called it too. You said it's going to be another Kofi and Bryan or Daniel Bryan situation where
you have to pivot. You just
pivot.
have to.
You have to. I mean, the fans run the show at the end of the day, and we've heard multiple wrestlers talk about that. But you even heard it on Pat's show, in which, I mean, it could be total bullshit as well. With The Rock saying he knew the backlash was coming. He knew it. And part of me believes him because I think to myself, Rock's not stupid, bro. Rock understands. If he's following the product, he knows how big Cody is. There's no way in hell he didn't. But at the same time, I mean, it could be an ego check to where he's like, but I'm The Rock. So that's the case. But then we also saw multiple reports, too, leading up to the press conference saying that this has been planned even before the Royal Rumble. And they still allowed Cody to win. So if there was a plan to where they knew, if we still have Cody wins, fans react a certain way, we're going to do a press conference, and then we'll continue to build and build. That's also another possibility. How true is that? I have no idea. But if I had to pick one, I think you're right. I think the fans just took over and they pivoted.
I fully think they pivoted, and I fully think the Rock and Roman is something that you can stretch on. It doesn't have to happen this Mania. I think Rock would have liked it to happen this Mania, just to knock one match out the way, because he is getting older, like we've said multiple times. But I think this is perfect, and I think The Rock, because, dude, let's say this. The Rock coming back. Would you have ever thought he was going to be a heel again?
No, and I love it.
And I love it. And that comes from having to pivot, I fully believe. It comes from having to pivot because the fans were so mad at The Rock, and The Rock thought, all right, I'll run with it. And that just goes to show how great he is, because he's a natural at whatever. And so he was a great heel.
What do we say, bro? Hollywood Rock is our favorite.
It's our favorite version of The Rock.
Because it's heel Rock, and he just came back to it.
And he was the way he would work the crowd was amazing. And so now I loved it. And I still fully think that it was not the plan. And now we have Roman versus Cody, and we're all happy about it. I mean, finally, everybody got what they wanted. We get Rock versus Roman, or I don't know what they're going to do about Rock versus Roman. I assume it'll be next Mania. But, I mean, okay, so how does this work now? Because Roman's not scheduled to appear at Elimination Chamber. I mean, yeah, they could surprise us. So do you do a tag team match with... But the thing is, we're all talking about a tag team match at Elimination Chamber. Seth's knee is still hurt.
That's true.
Everyone's forgetting about his knee. His knee is still... And I don't think they're risking his knee at a Chamber. They're going to make sure he gets to Mania. If he hurts his knee at Mania, whatever, but at least he made it to Mania. So, I don't know how... Do we get a night one match of Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth, and then night two is Roman and Cody, or how do we do it now?
What if, bro, we get... Because if The Rock is showing up on SmackDown next week, Paul Heyman told Triple H that last night, that he's going to be back with Roman and The Rock.
Yes.
What if, bro, Rock still has personal beef with Cody, and he goes, before you get to Roman, me and you have to settle our stuff first. Night 1, Rock and Cody. And it's just basically, I'm not going to say Rock wins, but like I'm not going to say they're going to put on a 5-star match or anything, but they have a hell of a match. And you think, bro, and Cody still has to fight Roman night 2? Yeah. And that's when it's just, the win is just so much sweeter when he does it. Like, bro, he completely took down the bloodline.
Maybe I haven't seen many people talk about that one. I mean, maybe.
Yeah,
yeah.
But like, I mean, it's not going to happen. Doubt it. But nonetheless, like, Rock is making this personal type thing right now. So where it's just like, bro, Rock's even said on Pat McAfee, I'm fighting at WrestleMania. He didn't have to say it was Roman. So if he's going to fight, he could fight Cody.
So my thing is, you're right. I just don't think he fights Cody just because, okay, I don't think Rock loses to Cody just because I don't think Rock will allow himself to lose to Cody. And then Cody obviously would not lose because he's fighting Roman the next day. So I don't know how you would do that. But I also don't know how you would do a tag team match because let's look at it. Let's paint this picture. Night 1, you have, which that one means Seth obviously would have to fight night 2 as well.
Yeah, because he's still the champion. Yeah. He's going to fight whoever wins that
chamber. So let's set this up. So you have Rock and Roman, Cody and Seth. Seth cannot lose because he is World Heavyweight Champion and he's going to fight the next day. Cody cannot lose because he's Cody and he is going to, we all assume going to take the title the next day from Roman. Roman cannot lose because he is Tribal Chief and he's been on this legendary run and he just can't lose. The Rock would have to take the pin if Roman lost because we saw Solo take the pin before. The Rock is not taking the pin because he's The Rock and he hasn't been there in forever and they're supposed to be. So, like, I don't know how you do a tag team match. Like, who wins in that scenario? Like, who takes the pin and doesn't look weaker in that sense? You know,
do what they always do, bro. You just had the bloodline intervene and it's a
no disqualification. At WrestleMania, contest, though, it just doesn't. I don't see how I don't know how WWE runs from. Maybe we don't get a tag team match and maybe Rock just doesn't wrestle at this WrestleMania. That's my idea.
There you go, bro. Look, we saw you sent me one of the tweets or whatever. You know how you do it. You have Solo intervene, but guess what? You have someone come out that say this is some bullshit too, and you have Stone Cold come out too. Then guess what? No matter how it ends, no matter what, people are about to see The Rock and Stone Cold look at each other again. People go, holy shit! There you go.
So I just want to say that we're 27 now. We're living in history right now.
Okay, I didn't know where you're going.
And sorry, I don't know where you thought I was going to go.
I thought you were about to be like, some Cody crybabies.
No,
I was like 27-year-old.
Personally,
man.
I feel like we handled it well. I'm
excited. I feel like we did too.
I'm excited. Look, I know we had a 40-minute conversation about it. At the end of the day, it was what it was. I was going to watch WrestleMania regardless.
Oh, yeah.
I'm happy Cody is winning the championship or is fighting Roman now, and I would assume winning the championship. I'm happy about it. And I know we should be talking more about that, but like there's so many different scenarios now that we have to think about. And so I just want to say I'm 27 now, and this is the most entertaining, I would say, wrestling has been in my whole career. I know we resonate more with the Ruthless Aggression era, but the hype of it all, the possible storyline of it all, like, we are older now, so we can theorize with everyone as well. Like, it just hits different nowadays. And we have Triple H with us now. Like, what a time to be a WWE fan, bro. This press conference, it just goes to show that WWE is growing. Like, we're not doing the same shit that Vince was doing every single year. It felt like every single year was the same program. And now, I mean, dude, we have media outlets covering WWE that never covered it. Like, WWE is just so hot right now. And we are living in, like, history, bro. I don't know if you watched SmackDown last night, but there was tons of signs in the crowd. Like, the hype is just back. Like, and I know it's been back for a little bit now, but it just feels different. And I just want to say, I mean, I'm just very appreciative of Triple H, and I'm very appreciative of WWE right now. And I just feel like what a time to be a fan. I mean, we've been fans since 2002 was, I would say, generally is when we started watching. I mean, we've never seen anything like this type of WWE. Like this,
but it's also at this age we can appreciate it a lot more too.
Well, I agree with that, but I'd also say just like the Ruthless Aggression era didn't have media like we have now to really hype it up. Like, you know, it was back
Nor
then.
Social media.
Back then, that's what I mean. And back then, it was like, if you were a wrestling fan, you were, and if you weren't, you thought it was stupid. Now, it's like even people that aren't wrestling fans still kind of have an idea of what's going on because they're seeing stuff everywhere on social media. Like, I just think, what a time, dude. This press conference, there's so many possible things that could happen, and I just think, this is great. Like, this is, I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea what's going to happen at WrestleMania. I just know that we're getting Cody and Roman. How we get there, I have no idea how, but I'm along for the ride. I just thought, you know, what a time to be a fan.
Like I said, this last one, dude. Or was it last? Yeah, the last episode. I'm happy no matter what. I get to see one of the wrestlers I put on my Mount Rushmore. I get to see The Rock return. I get to see The Rock back home.
Yes.
I'm happy regardless. Was I happy about the situation that he put us in? Not necessarily. But he's back. I don't care. Like, at this point, good. We got our match. Let's go along for this ride. Let's see this road to WrestleMania. Let's see where the hell this takes us. Will The Rock fight? I sure hope so, bro. I really do. I want to see a match. Who does he fight? I have no earthly idea. Yeah, like, I mean, everything you said, I want to mirror. So I'm just not going to go too much into that. But this is hype, dude.
Yeah,
this is the most hype that we've had.
I just think, like, it's just crazy. Like, I mean, it's just been great. It's been a great this year. The past 2 years, I would say, really when Triple H started really putting his foot in it and really you could really see it was his decision on these things. It's just been great, bro. And to
be honest, I think it was just after the whole Thunderdome COVID era. I feel like ever since then, it's been.
Well,
I guess like
awesome.
you said, 2 years. Yeah,
it's been awesome, and I just think, like, I mean, bro, what a time to be like, we are seeing WWE content creators like going big on social media, like, and it's what a time, dude.
Shout out Santi.
Yeah,
bro.
What a time, bro. But yeah, we're short on time, so I want to keep talking about it, but I'm sure this whole road to WrestleMania, every episode probably is gonna include wrestling because, I mean, we didn't even really talk about SmackDown. SmackDown was great last night, and we didn't even have Rock and Roman on it. So I can only imagine what next week's gonna be. We have Rock and Roman in Utah. Logan Paul's wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, dude, SmackDown is hot. Raw feels like it's getting better. Like, it's great.
Yeah, with Raw we had the whole Gunther and Jay
NXT's blowing up.
That was good.
NXT. A lot of people love NXT. A lot of people swear NXT is the best out of all of them. I don't watch it just because, you know.
The big news with this one, what, Trick and Carmelo, or whatever, like, their whole situation.
What a time, bro. WWE is just hot right now.
I'm about to say, like, I'm looking at my notes from Raw, the press, and SmackDown. It's small notes, but nonetheless, it's just like, oh, this is all good stuff.
Yeah. We're going to get Jay and Gunther at Backlash, and then I assume Jimmy's going to interfere, and then that's going to set up Jimmy and Jay at WrestleMania. It's going to be great.
Chamber?
Yeah. Or what I say, Backlash? I keep saying Backlash because they're both blue and they're both okay, sorry. Elimination Chamber.
In my head I thought to myself, I was like, yeah, wait,
Elimination Chamber.
They push it that far back.
So we're gonna get Jay and Gunther. That's gonna be a banger. You know, Jimmy's gonna interfere. I can't wait to see the first instance where we see The Rock give a command to somebody, and like and then Romans, and then they're not gonna know who to listen to because, like we said, I don't know if we said it last episode or the one before that. The Rock is just as much as Tribal Chief, it feels like, than Roman is. And so
you sent me a tweet that I love, bro. They said that when The Rock and Roman walk, bro, it looks like he's Roman's little brother.
Like, and so
I saw another tweet saying that, bro. We keep on talking about Roman's aura, his aura. They said next to The Rock, it's gone.
Yeah, whenever he showed up, whenever he stood, like how you were talking about, it was Roman and Cody at the press conference, and then The Rock steps into the camera. I thought, well, Roman, like, there's your shit. Like, it's Rock's now. Like
The Rock was talking, bro. Roman just
and then the Rock cussed at Triple H, and Roman just like, he just walks on, like, and
I'm trying to.
I think he said, "You're lucky we're here.
Yes,
we were here."
Yes, I was just about to say. I rewinded it with Emily. I don't know how many times, and I was like, "What did he tell Triple H?" And I think, yes, it's "You're lucky we were here" or something like that. And Triple H showed him, "You're lucky I was too," or "You're lucky, you're lucky you were too." Something.
It was great, bro. It was great.
It was so good.
I'm so excited for this road to WrestleMania.
Good job, WWE, for that press conference.
I mean, the press conference and giving us what we wanted. We wanted Cody and Roman, and it just goes to show WWE, bro. I mean, they can pivot on the fly. And they're okay with listening to the fans. And, I mean, it's just, props to Triple H, bro. We should have never doubted him. We should have just waited and seen what was going to happen.
Like I said, bro, I don't feel like we are too emotional about it.
I don't think so either.
Now, my boy Nico,
Yeah.
That boy was going on Twitter.
He said he was calling The Rock son of a bitch, and I hate The Rock and all this shit.
As soon as The Rock, fuck!
Yeah,
bro, that boy got mad, dude.
Yeah. So it's just crazy. So one of these episodes we'll have to do like our prediction of the WrestleMania card. Yeah. Because we already have 2 matches officially announced: Bayley, Neo, and then Roman and Cody now. So we'll have to get the rest of our predictions on the rest of the card out.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we have Chamber coming up, so that's gonna be more stuff to talk about as well. But
so I feel like this whole road WrestleMania, we're probably gonna discuss wrestling on every single episode.
So be ready. But not just that. I was gonna say, because I think I texted you about it too, saying, bro, if they did a tag team, could they do a tag team at Chamber? But you were right. You brought up the whole Seth thing.
Like people are forgetting his knee is still effed. Like, I don't think WWE risk his knee. But at the same time, a tag team match sounds perfect for someone like The Rock, who hasn't wrestled since 2013.
No, yes. It's just a nice
It's the perfect way to save him.
Whatever. Yeah, and the fans still get The Rock. The Rock still gets that out of his system and everything like that. You lead up to if he does anything at Mania. If not, then we'll just continue to build up promo after promo, whatever. That's fine. But the only thing is, I don't know about you. I'm excited for Chamber just because of the Elimination Chamber. Other than that, are you really hyped for it?
First off, well, I think the time of it makes it really hard to be hyped for it. It's
because everything that's happening right now, it's like, bro. Oh yes, okay, you're right on that.
4 in the morning, I think for us, I saw. Because I think I saw 5 Eastern time, so for us that would be 4.
Yes.
Which I mean, are you waking up at 4? I mean, I don't think I am.
The only thing is, bro, if they say that,
unless we really commit and we wake up at 4 and watch it, and then we literally go and film right after. But like that's a commitment. That's a lot.
Hey, bro, y'all just stay the night that night.
That's a lot to watch it at 4 in the morning and then film an episode. Like, I mean, unless we really commit to it. But I was just planning on filming an episode in the morning and then catching the recap afterwards. But I mean, really,
I'm down to do it.
It just depends. Yeah, we'll have to see. I guess when they announce the rest of the card, because we got Randy on the Elimination Chamber,
bro.
Drew.
Just real quick, those 2 matches off the back, we had Drew and AJ. I thought, well, damn,
it's a pay-per-view style match.
Like I was watching the 12 men, and I thought, okay, so they're gonna go against him. I can see the winners. And then once they put Drew and AJ, I thought, holy crap!
And then we got
dude.
Randy and Sammy.
And then Randy,
that was a banger too.
Yes, I thought, oh my gosh,
yeah,
dude, Sammy's great. Little flip on the ropes. I thought, ooh, boy, you look like 6-7 years younger, boy.
It was great, dude. SmackDown was great last night. I just think wrestling is just so hot right now.
Yeah,
we have hella talent. And yeah, I'm excited, bro. So we're a little over time here, so you want to end it there?
Yeah, we're done. Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, we'll be back next week with episode 19.
Gosh, bro, almost at 20.
Yeah, almost there. But until then, we'll catch you guys later.
Later.